Well, we know each other, but we're going to introduce ourselves to you. I'm Alex Kunzman. I am a partner in Fine Art Services, and I'm also a co-director and marketing director for the Magic City Art Connection Contemporary Art Festival, which is in Lynn Park in April, and the Moss Rock Festival, which is an eco-creative festival out at the Preserve coming up on November 7th and 8th.
And I'm Amy Pleasant, and I'm an artist living here in Birmingham, Alabama. That's much shorter than
Yes, that's fine. I always have some spiel that comes out. All these projects that we work on.
I know.
It becomes difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But we've known each other for years.
Yes.
You were our emerging artist even at
Yes.
Magic City Art Connection years
That's
ago.
right. Yes, like 2003, 4 or something
Yeah,
like
we
that.
always love to honor a talented Birmingham artist.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were thankful that you
Oh my gosh, that was great.
accepted our invitation.
Yes. And I've known your parents forever.
Yes.
And we talked about, one of our earliest connections with art is your mom's connection to Magic City Art Connection, and then my dad was an artist in Birmingham and was a part of the Times 8 group.
Oh, wow.
So, did you know that?
No.
Oh, yeah.
So now, what are the differences between your work and his work? Did he influence you?
Oh, absolutely. Because, he was always, he had a studio outside our house and was always painting and drawing, always had sketchbooks with him. He still has sketchbooks with him all the time. And so he was always drawing. I remember seeing him outside. I used to steal materials from him when I got old enough. Because I can't remember how old I was.
Where'd my paint go?
I know, exactly, because I wanted to start oil painting. I was like 12 or something like that. And so, anyway, he always had rolls of canvas and paints and stuff like that. And yeah, so I kind of stole from him. And also, his uncle, my great uncle, was an artist in New York. His brother is a photographer, videographer in Nashville. And so there's a lot of artists. And then my mom's in music, and my brother's a musician. And
The whole creative class.
yeah, it's got all of it. Yeah.
Why? My mother founded Magic City Art Connection 32 years ago, so I was 10, and I remember being out there serving Cokes for 25 cents with my friends,
Yeah.
watching, a well-known folk artist, Lonnie Holly,
Oh, yeah.
doing sandstone sculptures with the kids. I still
Right.
have my sculptures.
So did my parents. Yeah.
And then my mom, she started as an art teacher.
Yeah, that's right.
And then she started her business soon after that and was doing exhibitions at the Symphony. So when I was even younger, I used to run around the concert hall while she was setting up these
I
art
didn't realize she did
exhibitions.
that. That's really cool.
Yeah, so-
And so my dad, Times 8, just kind of ties into the opening that I'm having tonight with Pete at the Fuel and Lumber Company.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Yeah, because my dad was with Times 8, and they used to do these art shows around Birmingham all the time. And it's so funny now to think about kind of what they were doing then. It's a lot of what you're seeing now in the art world are artists that are kind of just creating their own opportunities and doing pop-ups and finding spaces that aren't being used and people who support that in the community. And I think it was Kathy Crenshaw that let them do, one of the ones I remember the most was at the Dr. Pepper building. And I think I was about, 13 or 14 years old. But I remember going to all these openings with my dad and this whole group, and they were, in these huge, vast, open, abandoned spaces in Birmingham. And it was just really such a great experience. And they've always been so supportive of my being an artist and going to art school and anything they could do to ever, help even now keeping my kids and, when I need to be in the studio or if I have to go somewhere for an opening. But all of that has made me, think about what my role is in the community too. And so our opening tonight, so my downtown studio is by the Alabama Theater. And so Fuel and Lumber is kind of, it's me and Pete Schulte.
I like the name, by the way.
The Fuel and Lumber Company, me too, because we feel like art is, it's an essential thing to a community. And so we do shows, and tonight's opening is Craig Drennan from Atlanta, Jane Fox Heppel, who lives in Montgomery, Austria Snodgrass, who is living in Iowa, and then we have Jared Sprecher, who's a painter from Knoxville. And he and I both show at Jeff Bailey Gallery together, so I've known him for a while. So anyway, our opening's tonight. Yeah, so it's that same kind of thing, finding a space, making something happen, and yeah.
it's exciting what's happening in Birmingham.
It
I
is.
think there are all these creative people forming these upstarts and collaborations, and it's really great to see that
It is.
in action. You know, we saw it a long time ago,
Yeah.
and now there's sort of this renaissance in the city, and
Yeah,
so it's
it
exciting
is.
to see it.
And both of us are living here.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it's the same for you, but when I moved away, I was 17 when I went to the Art City of Chicago, and I was never going to come back to Birmingham because
Like my sister.
because I mean, I grew up just waiting and waiting and waiting for downtown to come back, and it just felt so abandoned and left, and I just didn't feel like there was any way I could live a life as an artist in this community, and I was wrong, you know.
Well,
And-
what's scary at the time, there were, you know, over the last, 8 years, galleries have closed here.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I feel lucky to have Magic City Art Connection and Moss Rock Festival still, you know, going strong
I know.
and getting the support from the community.
Absolutely. I think people would freak out if it disappeared.
I know. I definitely would.
Yeah, but it's exciting because it's now finally, I'm starting to see Birmingham start to become what I always hoped it would be. And I just think things happen really slowly here.
Mhm.
And also, you just have to kind of make things happen. And
You do.
yeah, you have to just like create an opportunity.
Be starters.
Yeah, be starters. Yeah.
That's what I admire about my mom being
Yeah.
where she was at the time she was. Birmingham was sort of a little bit of a blank canvas. And
Yes,
so
it was.
there was a lot more opportunity to create new things.
Yeah.
But there's a lot on the horizon now, which is exciting.
Totally. Yeah.
But I have deep respect for her for
Oh my
being
gosh.
one of those
Yes.
movers and shakers in the
And
city.
has maintained that for 32 years? That's incredible.
And Moss Rock, I have a little bit more of my feet in that.
Yeah.
We didn't want to create another Magic City Art Connection.
Right.
We wanted to create something with a footprint that felt right and the venue where we do Moss Rock sort of dictated that.
Yeah.
We loved how the preserved neighborhood was living in tandem with nature, and then so we brought in those themes of nature, eco ideas, art plus design, and
Right.
sort of threaded them throughout the festival.
That's so cool.
And so that's exciting to me, getting to explore and
Right.
connect with people and companies that are doing very creative things. in the
Right, but it
community.
isn't just an artist community.
And you've done
Yeah.
that with Rapid Fire. Like, I love
Yeah.
going to your events and hearing ideas from people and
I
projects.
know, it's so great. And I guess that was another thing about living in Birmingham and not feeling like I was totally, connected to the larger community. And I kept hearing about all these great people that lived here or were moving here or doing this and that. And I'm a mother of 2 and I teach 2 days a week. And then I'm in the studio, which is such an isolated thing. And I just felt like there wasn't opportunities to cross over like that. So I started this image sharing gathering that's in my studio, and anybody can participate, and it can be of any field, and it's just showing images, and it doesn't even have to be images of like artwork, it's images of anything that you're interested in, and it's just a way to kind of introduce who you are, and it's creative thinkers really. And then during each one, the people who present write down the name of 1 or 2 people that they want to see present, and then
Okay.
that's how
That's
it
good,
happens.
yeah.
Yeah, so it kind of is always like growing
Rippling
out.
out.
It's rippling out, and it's always strangers. And every time we do one, I meet like a ton of new people. It's really exciting.
No, it is. One of my favorites was seeing Wesson talk, who is the new curator at the Museum of Art,
Yeah.
and hearing her story about building that museum over in, Kandahar?
Yeah.
And just that process in which she went
gosh,
through
I know.
and creating a contemporary museum there.
Wow.
So really, it sort of informs us about the community and who's
Yes.
doing great things here. And
Right, and their backgrounds, and we've had people from, Tuscaloosa, we've had that are like professors at Alabama, we've had UAB, we've had writers, we've had musicians, we've had a little bit of everybody, and it's really awesome. I love it.
So do you collect
I
art?
do. Yeah, of course, every
That's
artist
what I-
collects.
When I go into people's homes, I'm always looking at their art collections.
Yeah,
So
me too.
I started very early just with like birthday presents and Christmas presents from my
Right.
parents, small little art pieces. And then
Right.
once I got of age where I started buying myself, I would buy what I liked and what I could afford. But
Exactly.
I started early,
Right.
and I got that. I mean, I always grew up around art and artists, so I always had a comfort level in
Right.
what spoke to me and what I thought was, you know, really great art,
Right.
really great artists. So it's
Yeah.
been fun amassing this collection. Who's one of your favorite? Is that hard to say?
One of my favorite things I own. You know, one of my favorite things I
My
own.
favorites.
I have a silhouette painting. Yes, I do. Which is like, oh, I love it so much. It's black and cobalt blue, and I got to do one of his wall drawings in Birmingham.
Oh.
So I got to assist John Hogan, who is one of Saul's longtime assistants, who's just a wonderful man, has become a really good friend of mine. And so we installed the wall drawing, and I had always known that, you know, Saul gave work to artists. I mean, he was such a generous man. And I never dreamed I would get one. But after the project was over, it was like a couple of weeks later, I get this package in the mail, and it's from Solomon's studio, and it was like,
What?
oh my God. And so I opened it up, and it's this beautiful little painting that I have, which I love. And then, yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, but it hangs next to Lonnie Holly. I have another gift from Jeff Bailey. Actually gave me a beautiful Lonnie Holly eye, and then Trenton Doyle Hancock is one of my good friends from graduate school, and he sent me a work one day in the mail without even telling me anything was coming.
I'm coming to visit your house.
Yes, please do. Oh, and I one of the things that I just bought that I really love, because that what you said about buying what you can afford, and it's like you know, when I started selling a little more work, it's like I would try to take a piece of that and buy something that I really love, because I feel like it's part of that positive, that positive putting money back into something that you're a part of, you know. And so I bought a little Don Voisin painting, which I've only had for about, I don't know, maybe a year, which is really beautiful. And Matthew Craven, about Matthew Craven, about a year and a half ago. But it's mostly trades, you know, because it's, money's hard.
Yes.
sometimes.
To get those great artists.
Lots of artists.
You're a great artist too. You can trade.
Yeah, and I love that. It's like we share it with each other.
Well, I would say one of my favorite pieces is a piece by Marilee Chalice.
Oh, me too. I didn't say that one. That's me too.
She had a piece at Magic City Art Connection. She was also a emerging artist.
That's
I think
right.
The year before you or the year after you.
Yeah.
And it was called the Civil War Bunny. So it's this little profile of a bunny, and it has female eyelashes and everything, and its little arm is bandaged up. It was a great piece, and so of course I create the program for the festival, so I saw the images, and I'm like, I'm going to see this image. So as soon as we were setting up, I went to her tent and I saw it and I said, I want that. And then I came back, I guess a couple days later, you know, the festival's 3 days, and she goes, I could have sold that about 10 times.
Oh, you got it.
And I was like, sorry.
No,
And it's published too, which I love.
Oh, nice.
She was featured in American Paint.
New American Paintings.
New American Paintings,
Yes. Oh, nice.
So that piece is in there. So
I just bought one from her too about a year. It's beautiful. It's on paper and it's all these eyes. Yeah, it's
well, she's another person who is a big starter in the community and bottle tree.
Absolutely. And it's like, again, another wonderful thing that didn't exist before that brought in all these amazing artists. I had so many wonderful first experiences of bottle tree with artists that I'd never even heard of. St. Vincent, when she played Birmingham the very first time, I'd never heard of her. This is way before she was working with David Byrne or anything. And she was just standing up there alone on the stage and put on a show that it was amazing. It was amazing. So, I mean, stuff like that. In Birmingham, Alabama, you know, that doesn't happen. That's exciting.
Well, this has been great.
Yes, it's been so nice to sit here and chat.
Join me on this one-to-one.
Yes.
Or sorry, one-on-one for B Metro.
Great.
So I'm excited to see it online.
Yeah.
I hope we come off looking okay.
You come to the
There's
opening
lots of
tonight,
laughter,
and
so
I'll
that's
see you
awesome.
at Moss Rock.
Yes,
Like that.
Deal.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
It's fun.
Great.